can hurt.
Alright, so me and James, he was actually my first friend when I started doing track, freshman year in the winter. He and I would run together. The fondest memory I have of him is when he almost got ran over by a car. We were running across the street and he just ran right in front of a car, and it was hilarious. But yeah, we were also in driver's ed and AI together. He was a really nice guy. Yeah, it was just really fun to be around, and sending out my prayers to his family and everyone he loved.
We keep this love in a photograph. We made these memories for ourselves, where our eyes are never closing, our hearts are never broken, and time's forever frozen still. So you can keep me inside the pocket of your ripped jeans, holding me closer till our eyes meet. You won't ever be alone. Wait for me to come home.
Okay, one of my memories of him is how he was generally like a very chill and laid back sort of guy, but when it came to stuff like his photography and filming, you could always tell that he had that extra excitement on his face. I remember one time for our freshman homecoming, we decided to go to James's house before, and when I went up to his room, I saw a few things open on his computer, and I was just curious, and when I asked him about it, that was some of the most that's the happiest I've seen him in I had seen him at that time, because he was just explaining to me how some of his photography and some of his editing film, I don't understand much of it obviously, and all of how that worked, and I just really like to see how he was really interested in his photography. I remember he even came to a cross-country meet of ours completely nobody had asked him to, and he came just to take pictures of all the varsity runners at the time at our conferences meet. Nobody asked him, and the pictures turned out lovely, and everyone was really appreciative of him.
That I know. I swear it will get easier.
When I think of James, I think of someone who is on the outside already really nice to people, and I remember when I first met him, I guess it's freshman year, everyone's trying to make friends, but he's someone that stood out to me. We immediately became friends, and right now we're at cross-country practice. It's my first time in 3 years, but it brings me back to kind of the first time. We would always put our towels next to each other, and we would talk a lot. And once you got to know him, he's really funny as well. We cracked a lot of jokes and a lot of laughs. Some late nights grinding CS projects. Those were really great memories, and I know that he has really left a positive impact on me, and I'll never forget him for that.
It's the only thing we take with us when we die.
And James was one of the most patient, kind-hearted friends that I had. During hum, every time, I'd come in. Sometimes I'd be tired, sometimes I'd be energetic, and he would always put up with me. When we sat at the same table one time, Shibeli and I decided that a fun thing to do would be to make the largest tower of writing utensils on his desk, and he was perfectly fine with that. And he even helped us make it even taller until it fell. The desk shook a little and was like, whoop. Yeah, but it was also he also was hella caring. One time I stayed up really late the night before, till 3 or 4 a.m. and when I came to hum that day, I was hella tired. I barely stay awake, and after class he asked me, you all right, you holding up okay, because he noticed that during class I was definitely out of it, and it's I'll miss the guy. I remember James as a really kind and compassionate person. I remember he was one of the few people that when I got injured during a run, he actually came up to me in person and checked up on me, and he asked me would I be able to run for the rest of the season. And obviously I got injured, so I wasn't able to run, but we still kept in touch, and I actually went to freshman homecoming with him, and I still remember sitting in the basement with James and 2 others, and we were just talking about how excited we were to go to freshman Coco and what we thought it'd be like. And there were just a lot of really great memories that I've had with James, and I'm always going to remember.
deep within your soul. And if you hurt me, well that's okay baby, only words bleed inside these pages. You just hold me, and I won't ever let you go. When I'm away, I will remember how you kissed me under the lamppost back on 6th Street, hearing you whisper through the phone, wait for me to come home.